Should have been not here, but I was better.
Here.
Yes. Here.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I make a motion to approve the agenda. I will second. All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. September 8th.
I'll make a motion second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed? Yes. And Nick? Yes. Okay, we'll get Jackie in and out of here.
All right. What do you guys, is there anything in particular anybody wants to hear about in pre-K? Okay. Well, quickly, just one thing new this year. We got some new money last year, some curriculum money. I was able to get a complete set of the Handwriting Without Tears curriculum, and it comes with like a bazillion manipulatives. So a lot of our pre-handwriting is like, hands-on based stuff. So I have the whole curriculum set, which we've added to kind of what we've already been doing with 3 tiers. And then just kind of one of the big focuses for me this year and in our class, as far as my professional development and everything too, is kind of focusing on inclusive practices for kids with, special needs and things like that. We don't have a preschool. So kind of just focusing on that and trying to get some more training and professional development around special education and certain things like that. So that's kind of my focus for the year and kind of what I've already kind of been able to participate in one. So that's great. So that's kind of where pre-K is at. Kimberly, did I miss anything that they should know? We only have 5 this year, but that really hasn't been a problem.
That's good for them.
Yeah, it's been good. A lot of one-on-one and a good time to work on this too. And the state had some information about people not having their numbers in pre-K, but it was kind of directed towards some bigger school districts that were taking advantage of money. So I don't think we're in any type of situation.
They're learning handwriting.
They're what?
Learning handwriting?
No.
Oh.
They're learning pre-handwriting skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they'll go to kindergarten with their name. The goal is to know how to write the letters in their name the correct way. But no, we can't learn how to do handwriting really quite yet in pre-K. And not all children will really get to write.
Do they still teach cursive?
In older grades.
Yeah, 3rd grade.
So, so that's pretty much it. I think pre-K's rolling. I don't think we should worry about funding or anything, even though we're up for renewal this coming up year. This is kind of a small year, so we filled our class, so I think we should be good to keep our grant going for the upcoming year.
I think so.
Cool.
Good in pre-K. Good. For my end, anyway.
I'm happy for the pre-K.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Cute little class.
Thank you for your time.
Are you going to stick around?
I'm actually going to go probably get my child. Is
Oh,
there
there you go,
anything
there
I
you
should listen to or hear this week?
I think it's going to go pretty quick. I'll fill you in.
Okay.
Like I do.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go get Jackson down the hill.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you, guys.
So like Jackie said, we have 5 right now with 5 spaces available. We're hoping that next year when we go to pull those up into kindergarten, we'll get some other kindergartners that'll be coming in from other pre-K areas. That's the hope. If not, we'll just continue with like a K1 split and then a 1-2 if necessary, and then keep the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But you can't do a pre-K. split.
You can't. No, you have to, especially since we're funded separately, we have to keep them separate. the pre-K versus the kinder. I apologize for my upcoming calendar. I thought I made corrections, but it looks like I just gave you last month's information. But just so you know, November 5th is election day. It's our first mandatory statute. You have to take the day off. Couldn't do home learning or anything. You had to take the whole day off. So that's a Friday shift. We'll go to school on Friday the 8th so that we have that 4-day week. November 11th, Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, whichever you prefer. That will be a home learning day. The home learning was successful this last month. The kids did a really good job of getting their one-pagers done and back, and then getting their attendance and being ready, wheels to the ground today for learning. On November 26th, we will do some sort of family-style lunch to celebrate the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. We will, Tanya was looking at, thank you.
I forgot to leave it.
I appreciate it. Okay. We'll probably do something like a taco bar or something like that, non-traditional. And then have the 27th through the 29th will be off for those holidays. Our wildly important goal is going really well. If you'll remember, that's the one where we said we were going to pull our beginning of the year math scores from 9% proficient to shooting for 66 proficient across grade levels K through 8. And one of the things that we do to help the kids see that accountability is teachers have 2 lead measures. Most of them are using an iReady self-assessment, not an assessment, self-practice, and putting that they need to make an 85 or better at 3rd and above. And then K1-2, they're just saying finish an iReady pathway. It's called My Path. And then the kids get to see how they did throughout the week. This is the first 9 weeks. We obviously didn't start early on because of just trying to get them used to using the computers and such. But very pleased with them. Even this 3rd and 4, when we started, it was 70% of them managed to reach those 2 lead measures, and then it went down to 47, and then it went to 52, 64, and then they ended the 10th week with 94%. So they're starting to kind of see the purpose behind this.
Compared to the 9%?
No, this is just what we're putting in place to
90%
support
of the
them.
60%.
Mm-hmm. This is classrooms. And so this classroom right here you will answer 2 guided questions with 100% accuracy, and you will finish 1 My Path, which is a self-directed process on the computer at 85% or better. So this many kids in the class on week 10, 89% met both of those lead measures. And so each class has a different lead measure. Ms. Pockrent you would do 2 iReadies, My Path, at 85 or better, and answer 2 questions with 100% accuracy in a guided practice. And she does a neat thing and celebrates with them if they all get 100%. Like she took them for lemonade one day, and another day she gave them some free time in class. So this is, I think it's going to pay off. I think it's going to pay off in spades. I'm hoping we can get higher than 66% proficient. But those bubble kids are what are right now. They could go fall back to lower, or they could fall up to higher, depending on how much effort they put in. So very excited about that. And then that's it. Just an update on the back. The trenches dug and the footings are supposed to be placed tomorrow, and then they'll move forward. So had to take down 2 big trees, sadly, instead of just the one. But it did go for firewood for several teachers. So, and then we have a nature sitting area that the kids are loving out there with the other pieces. So
you split it and everything?
He did not. He
About the rounds.
did the rounds for us. So yeah.
That's true.
So I stand for questions if you have any. All right, Katie, are you there and ready to go?
Well, unmute.
All right, there you go. We're still in the era of mutations.
Oh, can you either make me presenter or let me share my screen?
Yes, I always forget how to do that.
You,
But
if you make me presenter, just go to participants and then go to me and then they'll.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
And the more, and it's make a host
Yes.
with the most. There you go.
All right.
Then let me close that out. You should have it now.
I got it. I got it. Okay. Can you all see my screen?
Good.
Okay. All right. So overall, the forecast, we're doing well. I did make some changes just because I wanted to make sure that our benefits were right. And so I took the latest bill and I made the changes, but overall it's not really impacting the bottom line too much when you think about the fund balance. But those have been updated to the current rates and the current elections that people have picked. Revenue, there were no changes. Overall, our cash flow looks good. With a healthy fund balance in June. Overall, we have a really steady cash flow. And then we do see a decline in June. But that has to do with when I have some of your capital outlay expenses hitting. So overall, we're doing well. We're finishing the audit. Actually, we had a call this morning and we're on track. So that's good. And we will be done with that soon. And then turn our attention to all the capital outlay projects that we are currently working on. Oh no, this is last year, so you can ignore that. That was not supposed to be in there. And then when it comes to the financials, overall, we're doing well. Again, we have the two banks. We have New Mexico Bank and Trust, and we actually have three banks: New Mexico Bank and Trust, Hillcrest, and Nucinda. And we did do the Hillcrest bank recs today for the audit, so I will include all of those that we have had for the past few months next month. But right now, this is just New Mexico Bank and Trust, which is where all the expenses hit. And then all the revenue goes into Nucinda. I plan to combine the two once I can get PED to start sending the money to New Mexico Bank and Trust, and we'll essentially sunset Nucinda. I just have not done that yet. And here's the revenue that came in at the end of September. And I will say we are running a little bit behind on RFRs because the woman who does them, she's been out with a family emergency for about 6 weeks. She's now back in the office and she's working on them. So we should be getting caught up on those by the next meeting. So the journal entries, just to kind of clean up some of the funds. Here are all the expenses that happen in September. Payroll, of course, being your largest expense. And we have two bars. So one is a very small adjustment to Title I. The other one is another small adjustment the other way to Title IV. This just is our carryover from last year. So we will be, if you approve them, we will make the adjustments and we'll spend them now. That's all I got.
Make a motion to approve the monthly financial statements.
I'll second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
and let's vote on the bars. There are two of them.
It's 10I and 11D.
Make a motion to approve the bars 10I and 11D.
I'll second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess,
No
did
public
anybody
comment.
have any questions? There's no public comment. So much, Katie.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you later. All right, bye.
Bye.
But she wanted to get it done quick, right? So because she needed to go somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I don't guess. Got disposal of outdated technology.
Yeah, I put a list in your packet for you, but we have a few items that are outdated that we're just storing. And this is the first step to be able to get rid of it. There's, I think, 3 projectors left from before we've got the Prometheum boards. And then there are several computers. We are going to try to salvage as many computers as we can to use as at home, and let parents check them out. But these are the ones that are like, that you can't update them. You
Are the
can't do anything with
projectors
them.
still working?
They are, but they're not a projector like you would think. They're the ones that hang from the ceiling
Yeah.
and then are on the board. So yes, there's Sarah Parker would like to be able to do one of those computers for art, not for computers, the projectors for art at some point, if you know, if it's approved to dispose.
I'll make a motion to dispose of the outdated technology.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
And we have the attendance plan.
So the attendance plan has not changed from what we have on the website, our policy. I did bring a copy. I'm not sure if I attached it. I'm sorry if I didn't, but it just defines what attendance is. And then the state sends us a form every year for us to target our new attendance goals. And so last year we were sitting at overall 16.67% of chronic absenteeism. And so my goal this year is for us to bring that down to 10%. In the past, I've made really heady goals and like, yeah. And
What's the statewide?
so I don't have that on this report. So I'd have to look at New Mexico Vistas and look at each school like we did that one time.
How is it so far this year?
So we'll say repeat offenders. The ones that are absent are the same ones that are absent. So my chronic absenteeism rate is still going to look heavy. Similar, but maybe not this 16%. I really do feel like we can bring it down to this 10 with parent input and communication and so forth. So that's the overall. And then they break it down, the state.
And we'll feed them.
And we feed them. And then the state also breaks it down by female, male, Caucasian, African American, Asian, and so forth. And so I've adjusted those as well. I've made realistic goals, trying to get it anywhere from 3 to 7% lower than the year before. And then we'll just keep chopping away at it and hope for the best. But the plan has not changed. It's just the percentages of goals have changed for the attendance.
So we're not required to report that to a magistrate or something.
No, we are. We keep track. We have, that's what the attendance policy
they just
explains
won't
is how the school is assisting in getting those kids to school. So there are different guidelines. We make parent phone calls every time they're absent, unless a parent calls and lets us know where they're going to be. Obviously, we have, and it's been a big one this year so far with death in family. We've had a lot of kids that are gone because grandpa died, brother, cousin. It's just been a lot. And we try to support them through just conversations. And then we do a compact, and then we do, you guys signed a compact, approved a compact for the kids to sign. And we bring that back up, and we do it during quarterly report cards as well.
Well, I guess we'll keep plugging away with the attendance plan.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2024-2025 attendance plan.
I'll second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
And the literacy plan.
So we have to do a literacy plan. It's annual or by every other year. We haven't had to do one since 22-23. They accepted our 23-24 as the 22-23. So this is a new one. It's just adapted a little bit. All I did was I put in our beginning of the year data for all of our kids. This is kind of based on the wildly important goal that we're doing with math. I just kind of took it and made it my own using the iStation data for our kids. So what we'll do is work to support to get these red areas. And you can see in some of the grades, sixth grade, the text fluency is a really big problem. So we'll work on text fluency in those classrooms. Each teacher does this in her lessons or his lesson plans every week. So it's, excuse me, it's not anything new. It's just the state wants to see it in a documented form. And so this is still based on our core knowledge curriculum. It's still using resources like iStation and then given additional opportunities. We now have Sarah Parker, who is our special ed director and pulls kids 4 through 8. And then we have Lauren Farrington, who pulls grades PK through 3. And then we have Ann Speroni, who's our reading specialist, who also pulls kids across the gambit all the way up to 6th grade. So I think we're really set for helping these kids to do better. And historically, we do better in the reading than we do in the math. So that's why we had this focus on math this year. But I'm really pleased to see already what's happening in literacy with these guys.
Sounds exciting.
That's it. That's my SMART goal.
It's good to see it in, like, you know,
To be able to, yeah.
yeah.
And what'll be interesting is, you know, at the end of the year, we can pull this back out and we can do the EOY testing and put them side by side. I've also been neck deep in data from the state because all of the embargoed data from last year's coming in. And we have like this little short window to review and see what we want. So I've been getting together with a couple of other charter leaders for the deep dive into that data because they do it on an Excel spreadsheet and it's just, it's rows and it goes on and on. But it was fun today to kind of look at that and see where we were. It looks like we're going to be fine. I got to stop there though because it's embargoed. So
Okay. We'll adjourn on that note.
we got to do this. Prove it.
Oh, that's the. All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Nick?
Yeah.
That's unanimous.
The other cool thing is almost everyone on campus now is trained in the science of reading. And so they're able to put that in and it just says that it's not just like I learned on Dick and Jane books, right? I just memorized. Did you memorize Dick and Jane?
Yes.
So, but now it's like there's all of the science behind why that kid is struggling is there at the fingertips of those teachers and they're able to make adaptations and help them.
The science of what makes them want to read. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And our next meeting's on the 18th.
I believe so. I don't think so. Yep. Is that good? Perfect.
This is all
Yep, that's it.
directions.
That's just all that.
Well, thank you.
Let me have this one back.
Now we'll get back to
Is 5:30 good for everybody? That'll be okay?
5:30. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, fabulous. Oops, this blanked out when I was giving my report. Sorry.
Now, when is that thing going
Mr.
on?
Dan Hill, we are finished with our meeting unless you need to have
Nope.
us on for anything.
Sounds good. Night, everyone.
All right,
Good
good
night.
night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, when is that thing, the conference where we could go and get all our training done?
So let me stop this recording real quick. That